The apartment complex was quiet. Located on the outskirts of Seoul, a good 15-minute walk from the nearest subway station. It wasn't new or fancy, but it was peaceful. Building 102 was tucked away in the farthest corner of the complex. Hardly anyone passed by. I lived on the 6th floor of that building. As a night shift freelancer, I had grown used to the stillness. I liked it. No elevator chatter, no noisy neighbors. Just 2 old cherry trees outside my window, shedding their leaves with the seasons. And yet, no matter how late I got home, there was always one thing I saw. Every morning at exactly 6 a.m., an elderly couple walked their black retriever. Same time. Same route. Same steps. It was almost like watching ghosts trapped in time. I work as a freelance video editor, mostly for overseas clients. Meetings start at midnight, edits roll in by dawn. So I often get home when the sun is rising. And just as I return, they come out. The elderly couple with their black dog. They never spoke much. The woman smiled softly, the man only nodded. The dog? Never barked. Never made a sound. It never even looked me in the eye. At first I just thought, well-trained dog. But after a while, I noticed something strange. It was too quiet. No footsteps, no jingling collar. Nothing. Once, I tried greeting them. Good morning. The old man responded in a flat, almost rehearsed tone. It's quiet today too. Every time. The exact same words. They lived in Unit 603, right next to mine. Outside their door were 2 worn-out slippers and a small nameplate. Mr. and Mrs. Park. I'd never heard a TV from their unit. No delivery guys, no guests. Their door only opened at one time. 6 a.m., sharp. Every single day. At some point, I began to feel uneasy. It was the constancy. The unchanging repetition. That felt inhuman. One early morning, I returned around 5:50 a.m. As I stepped toward the elevator, the door opened. Inside were the elderly couple. But something felt off. None of the floor buttons were pressed. Yet, the elevator had arrived, on its own. The old man stood still, head down. The woman held the dog's leash and stared directly at me. Unnerved, I forced a polite nod. Good morning. They said nothing. No response. Then, the dog slowly turned its head to look at me. And I stopped breathing. Its eyes were empty. No reflection, no light. Like looking into 2 black holes. I stumbled back and muttered, Sorry. Then I ran up the stairs, not daring to look back. As I climbed, I heard the elevator doors closing behind me. Slowly. The next day, I called the building manager. Hi. The residents in 603, the elderly couple. Are they still living there? There was a pause. Unit 603. That place is vacant. What? They moved out 2 months ago. Their family cleared everything out. Still clutching the phone. I stepped outside my door and looked toward theirs. Unit 603. 2 pairs of slippers still neatly placed. And on the dusty floor beside them, a fresh paw print. After that night, a strange anxiety began to follow me. I started glancing over my shoulder on the way home. Every sound felt too loud. The silence felt even louder. But the strangest things hadn't even begun yet. One night, I pressed the button for the first floor. But the elevator took me to B2. Basement level 2. I was sure I didn't press it. The panel showed 1 was selected. The door slid open. A thick, musty smell rushed in. Darkness. Rows of abandoned bicycles. And then, something large moved between the shadows. I hit the button to close the door. My heart pounding. As the elevator began to rise, I caught something on the corner screen. The built-in CCTV monitor. In the reflection, a black dog sat next to me. No leash. Just sitting. Looking up at me. I turned my head in terror. Nothing. Nobody there. I visited the management office again. Could I check the elevator CCTV from the past few nights? Something weird happened. The staff member hesitated. Actually, for the past 3 days. The camera on the 6th floor hasn't been recording properly. What do you mean? It's just black. Every time. Even after replacing the device. Only the 6th floor. Every morning around the same time. I didn't respond. But I knew. That was exactly the time the couple walked the dog. I installed my own camera. Right outside my door. Facing 603. Every morning at 6 a.m., I checked the footage. For several days, nothing. Empty hallway. Silence. But then, one day, at exactly 6 a.m., the elevator door opened. And out stepped a black dog. Alone. No leash. No people. It slowly walked toward Unit 603. Its claws made soft tapping sounds on the tile. Then, the door opened. On its own. No one appeared. The dog walked inside. And the door slowly closed. Right before it shut completely. My speaker, connected to the camera, picked up a faint whisper. "Keep it down, please." That voice was just outside my own door. It's quiet today too. After that, I couldn't see the dog as just a dog anymore. It wasn't lost. It wasn't waiting. It was leading something. Or someone. And it was following a pattern. Same route. Same time. Every day. I decided to follow it. Just once. At 5:50 a.m. I stood in the shadows near the playground. Hoodie up. Lantern ready. Hand trembling. 6 o'clock. The elevator dinged. The dog appeared again. This time. No leash. No collar. It walked. No hesitation. I followed. Playground. Park trail. Abandoned jungle gym. But then, the dog turned down a narrow alley I had never seen before. Old brick walls. A rusted gate. A forgotten industrial area. Just 700 meters from the apartment. The dog stopped. In front of an old metal door. I grabbed the handle. Unlocked. The hinges squealed. Inside. Dust. Mold. The stench of something long decayed. The dog walked in. Without looking back. The room was not empty. An old cabinet. A stained mattress. A few broken toys. And at the center. A small chair. Something was sitting on it. I froze. Heart in my throat. I raised my flashlight. It was a child's doll. Clutched in its plastic hand. A photograph. A young boy, smiling. Next to him. An elderly couple. And a black dog. Them. As I reached for the photo, I heard something. Rustling. Below the chair. Something crawled. A child. But not right. Tiny limbs. Dust-covered skin. Eyes glazed, unfocused. Wrapped around his wrists. A torn red leash. He whispered. Found you. Can we go for a walk now? The metal door slammed shut behind me. And I screamed. When I woke, I was lying on my own living room floor. Had I blacked out? Had I dreamed it all? But in my hand, the photo. It was real. I stumbled outside and ran to the office. Please. What happened in Unit 603? Years ago. Anything? The staff member hesitated again. About 7 years ago. The couple had their grandson stay with them. His parents were divorcing, so he lived there for a while. One day, he just vanished. Vanished? Gone. No exit on the cameras. Windows locked. No signs of forced entry. The police searched for days. No trace. Eventually, they gave up. And the couple? They moved out suddenly. Just disappeared. That night, I stayed up digging through old news archives. And I found it. Boy, age 6, mysteriously disappears from apartment. There was a photo. A young boy. Smiling. Beside him. An old couple. And a black retriever. The exact same dog. Same fur. Same face. Even the same worn-out collar. That dog never changed. Then it hit me. That dog was the last one to see the boy. And after he vanished, the couple began their 6 a.m. walk. Every single day. Retracing his steps. Walking the same route. As if hoping to find him. Now the couple was gone. But the dog still walked. Alone. I followed again. Back to the same alley. The rusted gate. The dark room. This time, I brought a camera. Inside. The same doll. Same chair. Same child. Still whispering. Still waiting. But this time, he looked up at me. And smiled. Then whispered. You'll walk with us next, right? The lights flickered. The photo in my pocket burned cold. And in the darkness, I heard 3 sets of footsteps. I awoke on the floor again. Sunlight. A quiet room. But in my hand, a new photo. Now it was 4 figures. The couple. The boy. The dog. And one more. Me. I threw it away. Packed my things. Moved out. But on the day I left, the elevator stopped at the 6th floor. The door opened. And the old couple was there. With the black dog. They nodded. The man spoke. It's quiet today too. The sun came up. The city buzzed. And everything felt normal again. But every morning at 6 a.m., if you stand by the elevator, you might see them. Still walking. Still searching. Still waiting. And maybe, one day, they'll walk with you.